I'd like people to eat my dinner while it's hot, but it's either now or never for this video. Spider-Man No Way Home, the Fun Stuff edition. Universally positive ratings. How the hell did No Way Home get a 71 out of 100? I mean, I get it's Metacritic where they never give anything a good review, but come on, it's No Way Home. Anyway. Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Charlie Cox, Andrew Garfield, Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, Tony Revolori, John Favreau, Marissa Tomei, Willem Dafoe, Andrew Rice, if that's how you pronounce his name, Alfred Molina. I think Thomas Hayden Church is actually in this. Benedict Cumberbatch, Tom Hardy, Jamie Foxx, Jake Gyllenhaal. I think Rhys Ifans is actually in it. J.K. Simmons, Kirsten Dunst is not in it. Paul Newsom, Benedict Wong, Hannibal Buress, Martin Starr. Elizabeth Olsen is not in it. J.B. Smoove, Michael Keaton is not in it. She Wittel Joe for is also not in. I'm going to assume that this isn't actually the cast of the director's cut, it's just the cast of the original. Because since it's not like a major director's cut, like the director's cut of Justice League was more major, and probably because they might have seen Savannah too, it's probably the biggest director's cut. And the original version of the film had a trailer for Doctor Strange 2 as the second post-credit, but with this they actually gave it a proper second post-credit where it was Betty Brant like talking about the European vacation from Far From Home. Just like a bunch of videos that everyone took. So happy, and like we're so glad that there was nothing dangerous happening. Although I mean, I don't understand that considering they still know who Spider-Man is, so I would think that they would still remember about all that stuff with Mysterio, but whatever. It's good. I was told that there would be a full court scene with Daredevil, but that just didn't happen. But it was worth it anyway, because it was only £3 since today's National Cinema Day or something like that. This Twitter as of 17 to 9 p.m. on Saturday the 3rd of September 2022. Bojo, man, save your dignity. No one's gonna phone you back in, dumbass. There's absolutely nothing you can do to convince anyone that you won't be a screw up again. Like, I know I committed 60, 70, however million human rights violations, but I promise you, I'm very sorry. I did some reflecting, and I am going to be better this time. Oh, and also he engineered, well, didn't engineer, that's not correct. He prevented the Ukraine war from ending. Like in April, Russia and Ukraine were having negotiations, and Bojo said to the Ukrainians, what if Russia are actually a bunch of liars? Because of that, it's still going on. There's your daily another reason to hate Bojo. Okay, what I don't understand is why I thought we already knew everything that there was to know about Dan Schneider. I knew that he was a creep. But why are we talking about it again? What has happened that is making people talk about it again? Because I thought, like, we've already went through this, people who worked for him saying he did this and that, and probably was doing it to children as well, considering, on all his shows, all the main stars were children, except for Drake and Josh. Wow, young blood is a weirdo. Who could tell? I mean, it's not as if I knew it from the fact that he watches Peep Show. Gamer Dad revamped. I'm giving birth. Me and my husband wearing Witcher t-shirts, playing Switch. It's a girl. Sorry, my brother was asking me what happened. Because I was the only one that went for the director's cut. Because my dad was like, I don't like the director's cuts, just seem with a little bit more at it. Yeah, he watched Zack Snyder's Justice League because he thought it was a new movie. But I was telling him for months, every day, it's a director's cut, it's not a sequel. Anyway, it's a girl. A girl, they made our baby political. Well, it came to my attention that the previous version of this comic that featured a black baby reinforced anti-black tropes. Of the white woman cheating on her husband with a black man cheating. The idea of having a biracial child as a godjet gamer, is this the OG? What I had in mind with the punchline was the fact that the baby wasn't his. I needed something to reinforce that, so I went with the biracial aspect. Regardless, I shouldn't have dragged blackness into this. I'm sorry. I understand if I made you uncomfortable, and if you're hesitant to accept my apology. I wasn't being as sensitive as I should have been for those who reached out to inform and help me understand what was wrong. Thanks. Don't my comics to mirror racist humor perpetrated by the people I actively mock. I changed the title from Gamergate to Gamer because I guess it's less confusing and people won't derail the whole conversation to turn it in ethics and journalism or whatever. Oh, God's sake. I've already said that. I'm going to forever because I've been reading. So, just give me a chance, please. I'd like to keep the original joke. Is it cruel? Yeah. Do you have to find it funny? No. Feedback and criticism are always welcome. No bonus panel edit. I'm too lazy for that. And you know what, gamers don't deserve to be humanized. Don't accept my apology on behalf of black people. What a loser. Lefty Stone Clone number 4381. While the video was playing, I'm going to eat some of my dinner.
He's a difficult guy.
Ah, Christ, this is that upside down. Despite the fact he looks exactly the same.
To address everyone asking about Sam Hyde, he's...
Right. People still watch idols. Like, what? After the simping, after the, what was it? Event at the Sam Hyde, I was like, you're too offensive. I thought people just stopped watching them altogether. I stopped watching them, and that's what everyone else did. But Dylan, isn't that the same as cancel culture? Not really. I mean, he cancelled himself, basically. Because he realised that you can't be offensive on YouTube anymore. And now he's playing, I don't know what people say. I'm just gonna say suck up. He'll suck up with YouTube. Like, yeah, I hate offensive humor. Anyway.
Difficult guy.
It's our first event. Like, we need the most predictable people.
Okay, maybe he can be on Career Clash 2, but the first one has to go smoothly.
No.
It's hard to get people that are beyond our scope of, like, what we know are going to be able to follow contracts and hit weights.
Exactly.
Do it. It's just a massive business risk.
For my event, I've been working way too hard on this to get someone like Sam Hyde on the card.
He is wearing the black trunks. His official weight of 261 pounds.
I really hope this isn't copyrighted also. Jesus Christ, this is spicy. It's never this spicy.
And tonight, he is making his debut. The strongest Irishman in the past 2,000 years. Hailing from South Boston, Rhode Island, USA. The Candyman, Sam I'm a dolphin! I'm wet! Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you! In Los Angeles, at your house! Or in the ring? No, in real life.
ever since I watched 4, like the day, they're like, oh, let's go to the Chinese. And normally I don't like Chinese food. Not like, uh, not because of like any hatred for Chinese people. I don't hate Chinese people. It's Chinese government I hate. But I decided to look at their menu, and I was like, oh, this looks good. It was chicken wok noodles, satay sauce. And I've been getting that a couple of times since Love and Thunder. And it's good. But this one is extremely spicy. Like satay sauce usually quite really spicy, but this is more so than every other time. I'm gonna continue eating.
Consider all Trump supporters to be a threat to the country. No, everyone.
Come on, look, guys. You keep trying to make that case. I don't consider any Trump.
Sorry, who is recording this? It's just because, you know, I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be professional people doing the filming, but it's mostly wind. Yet it's inside.
You think anyone who calls for the use of violence fails to condemn violence when it's used, refuse to acknowledge an election.
My audio was better than that of $1 million institution. I feel great right now, despite despite the noodles. Let's be clear, I can't hear anything he's saying. I heard people who voted Donald Trump, something. And this time it isn't him gaffing, it's the bloody audio quality.
They weren't voting for overruling an election. They were voting for a philosophy he put forward. So I am not talking about anything other than it is inappropriate. It is not only happening here, but other parts of the world where there's a failure to recognize and condemn violence whenever it's used for political purposes, failure to condemn the attempt to manipulate electoral outcomes, failure to acknowledge when elections were won or lost.
Do you consider all Trump supporters to be a threat to the country? I don't consider any Trump supporter a threat to the country. He's forgotten already. It's been like 2 days. This is 1 day ago, so 1 day. Because I'm pretty sure that was on Thursday. Oh, it's Extinction Rebellion a rebellion when they're demanding all the same policies already being imposed by the establishment anyway, only quicker. Blame it on the noodles. Obviously, Trump is condemning the political optics of this image. Admittedly, they are terrible, but they are only bad by reference to the two values that should lead to totally repudiate. Trump himself, for Biden, this is a gaffe for Trump. It would be a window into his soul. This is not a gaffe for Biden. This is Biden being just... And I just got mad that some dickhead for a colonel. I am so sorry that you had to be subjected to that. Please excuse me. As I was saying, someone for a colonel at me hit me in the ear. I know it wasn't being intentional, but what a dick. Sam enthusiastically supported an open conspiracy with tech oligarchs to censor the press in an effort to alter the 2020 election like 2 weeks ago.